Hey guys, welcome back. This is part C, our final part for the 2016 number 2. I'm sure everyone read it, but let me just get right to how we answer the question. So I highlighted a few things here, but first I'm going to start with this guy here. I have a message list of type log message. It's an array list, and so I'm sure everyone read the problem. You're going to get, this would be our message list, all of this. We're going to pass through a word, a keyword, and if it contains that keyword, which this does, and this does, these three do, then what we're going to do is we're going to put them in an array list, and then we're going to remove them after we put them into the array list. So that's what this part wants us to do. So it says, I'm going to go back to this highlight here, that removes and returns a list of all log messages that properly contains the given keyword. So it has to contain the keyword, in this case being disk. Now, so we have this guy here. He has all of these, so he has all of this. Okay, now we have to return an array list. That's the key. Here, this is our method header. We're returning an array list. You cannot return something unless you create the array list, right? We talked about this many times with arrays. Anytime you want to return an array, you should create one. Anytime you want to return an array list, you should create one. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to create one. And that's how you create one. You're going to use the word list here and then array list here. You're going to put the type here, and then this is a parentheses. This is what they called it, okay? So that's why we're going to return it down here. So what are we returning? Okay, I'm going to go through the message list. Remember, use a for loop. Go through the message list. It has this guy, this guy, this guy, and so on. You got to go through all the list and find the keywords. So if message list.getI.contains keyword, okay, so if it has the keyword, you're going to add it to the list and then remove it. So you can do this, guys, you can do this in 2 steps if you want. You can first add it to the list by doing removals dot add. Now, what are we adding? Well, if this is true, then we're going to add message list dot get I. Once you do that, then you're going to do message list dot remove I. So you can do it in 2 steps if you wish. The other thing is, we see that this part right here, I minus minus, it's because every time we remove an object, let's say ABC, if we remove, let's say, A, B shoots over here, and the next guy it looks at is C, so it's going backwards. You all know that if you don't want to, and you shouldn't, anytime you want to remove something from an array list, you should go backwards. So in the for loop, it should say int I equals message list dot size minus 1. I is greater than or equal to 0. I minus minus, and start from the end. Okay. So that's what you guys could do. So those are the ways you can just switch up this answer. I hope it makes sense. Constantly look at what you're returning, and that's pretty much all. Okay, have a great day.